It's sharp.
That is nice! The quality of swords are just continually improving, and this new one from Swordier, the Type 15A Medieval Longsword Pattern Welded War Sword with Premium Genuine Leather Scabbard, has just blown us away. This is one of the sexiest, highest quality swords that we have seen, and we cannot wait to put this baby to the test. It is just beautiful. With a pattern welded blade, triple fuller, excellent weight, ring guards, polished crossguard and pommel, this new sword from Swordier is just raising the bar. But is it worth the money? Well, let's find out in this full review.
Shadowverse.
Greetings, I'm Shad.
And greetings, I'm Tyranth.
And Tyranth, we have one of the nicest swords that we've ever received to review today. You know it's true.
I don't know. Well, because I'm not going to go through my memory of every single sword we've gotten.
Well, yeah, look, I've never had a sword come with a scabbard as nice as this.
It's got a very nice scabbard,
Gorgeous.
Yes.
Most swords back in the day didn't even come with scabbards.
Well, we're not back in the day, so we don't need to worry about that.
We're in a glorious time now.
Exactly.
But other features, right? The weight.
Yeah.
The weight, fit and finish, the feel, triple fulled, the refinement. Look, when I am looking at everything, look, even the fit of the blade, this is near flawless. Well, I can feel the weight.
So this particular blade here comes in at a little bit more expensive than some of the other Swordier blades that we've taken a look at before. It's around about $550 US. Now, me and Chad have been arguing all morning about prices on swords.
We actually have a dedicated video which isn't coming out, I don't know. Actually, no, it might be coming out. I don't know when it's coming out. But it might be with this video talking about, is it worth the price? For what I'm seeing, for me, it's like a yes, but we'll find out with the detailed testing if it holds up to all my expectations. But at the moment, I'm with a very enthusiastic yes. Tyranth, he likes to be a stick in the mud.
No, I'm just going to give you objective information and you make adult decisions because yous are adults. All right, in terms of the fit and finish, Shad is right. The polishing on the crossguard and the rings is really good. There's no sharp areas, there's no issues anywhere. It's finished just as well as their Zweihander because this is a very, very similar crossguard and ring combination to that one as well. In terms of the pommel, this is actually the exact identical pommel to their Zweihander. Again, nothing really wrong with that.
Yep,
it's
reusing the pieces
nice
on
design,
different swords.
yeah. This one's actually finished a little bit, I wouldn't say finished nicer, I would say it has a different polish. The other one's a bit more satin, this one is a higher polish. In terms of the handle and the wrap, it's really nice.
Really nice.
I think it feels fantastic in the hand.
Even one-handed, this sword is great.
The shape and the contouring on it is exactly what I like.
And
man, what is with the wire wraps these days, man?
I was literally going to talk about it, right? I'm usually not a fan of wire wraps. With this sword, I think it fits gorgeously.
Nah, I just don't
I think it does. No. For this one, I actually like it, oddly enough.
In terms of the actual wrap itself and how it feels perfectly fine.
Flawless.
It's tight. There's a couple of little, like, I would say, points that rise up a bit on some of the brass rivets here, but I don't necessarily think that you can do any better just because of how it's attached, but there is a little bit there. In terms of the transitions between the handle to the crossguards and pommels, it's done really well. And then we get to the peen itself. It's nice.
Perfect.
It's nice. Then when it comes to how the crossguard and the blade fit, I mean, I think that is like
as good as you can get.
I'm not going to say as good as you can get, because you can get perfect.
Like that's really hard.
Yeah, but like you wouldn't notice.
You wouldn't.
So there's no point of even mentioning. In terms of the blade itself, I think this is where it gets interesting because I really like the lines on it. Swordier blades have perfectly fine lines. Nothing wrong with them at all.
Yeah.
This one just seems crisper.
I know. triple fullered. It feels like the distal taper is more refined on it as well.
Yeah, like maybe it's the contrast from the Damascus, but the lines just seem more crisp than usual.
When it comes to Swordier swords, they've been good to very good, right? But the thing that has held them back at times has been the final, I guess, flourish in its weight, its handling, and just where they hit that point of balance.
Sometimes, because I would say in a lot of their functional replica ones, they just got it right. It's just been more of their actual medieval swords. Like remember the longsword with fishtail? I just didn't like that very much.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. That's the one I'm thinking of, where the weight just wasn't really great with it.
Yeah.
It was still a good sword, but wasn't perfect. Where this one, it feels like either they've put more effort into just nailing the weight. This is a perfectly balanced sword for a long sword. Like when you pick it up, just gorgeous. And you'd think it should weigh a little bit more because of those ring guards and it has more meat down there. Not at all. This is amazing.
Something I will comment on is the sharpness. On a lot of lots maybe not the right word. The sharpness has never blown me away. It's not bad or anything, but it's never really been crazy. Kind of like what we got with the ROM, right?
Yeah.
ROM really takes some time to put some wicked sharp edges. This one is actually really sharp. I'm actually really happy that they've gone to the because remember when we got the Zweihander, right? It wasn't the sharpest.
It actually wasn't that. That's what made it hard to cut with.
Yeah, sure, yeah. But
look, no, it was an awkward sword to use as well.
This is sharp, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah. There is so much to praise on it. Now, let's talk a bit about this scabbard. Usually, like back in the day, swords didn't even come with scabbards.
We're not back in the day, so we're not even going to bother with that.
But this is such a step up in let me reel that back and contextualize it. It is the same quality, okay, in terms of these fittings, the sewing, the stitching, the stitching, right? As what we've seen on a lot of other swords from this manufacturer that's doing it. But then they have stepped it up so much with this gorgeous leather pattern on it. I love it.
I think we should start with like a lot of these brass rivets and finishing, because you would think that these cost more. And when I say they cost more, they cost like $2 more. Like they're not expensive. They look
so much nicer.
They look nicer, but they're not actually super expensive. I mean,
isn't that the same with like every premium brand product, from shoes to handbags and stuff like that?
The problem I have is the mixing of colors here, because we have all brass fittings here, but then we have silver on the entire blade. It's opposite of one another. Anyway, I do like the leather pattern they've put on here. The thing is, right, I know that machines can do all this. Like, it's just a pattern that gets stamped in. It's not necessarily it's not done by hand, is what I'm saying.
If it was done by hand, would that justify the price more? If you got the same quality?
Maybe, but I wouldn't pay for it. This is where we and Chad are arguing about
Yes.
Because the price, right? It's like $550, which I don't necessarily think is a bad price for this sword at all, right? The problem is, for this, if you really like the design of this sword, if you wanted this pommel and crossguard combination with this handle shape and even very, very similar blade shapes and designs, you can get them for like $350 on Swordier, right? Like they produce those swords.
We need it. Look, let's contextualize this. Other swords on Swordier have some of these elements of this sword. Maybe it has the crossguard, or they reuse a pommel, similar blade, but no sword.
I'm going to be throwing up examples.
Has the whole package as this one does. This one brings all the nicest elements that Swordier has been putting on different swords all together in this premium quality Type 15A longsword.
So that's where my gripe comes at. It's just that on Swordier, on their own website, other swords they produce are just cheaper, and I don't know if I would go that extra couple $100 for this particular one, because we have the other one in there. There'll be another review.
There's another Swordier review coming out.
It's so similar, and the blade on that one I prefer for like cutting tasks, right? You know what I mean?
Different blade profile.
Exactly.
For the premium Rolls-Royce product that Swordier has, and for the quality that you're getting, I am fine with that price.
Yeah. We've just been going around. So
we have dedicated video. Let's cut with this bad boy. Let's go. It feels so good, man.
Yeah.
It's like, whew. All right. I'm excited. Let's just go right into it. Are we ready?
Yep. sharp.
That is nice. I mean, when it's that good, what else is there? What else is there to, like, you know, from the pommel, closed eyes, like, this is a cheat code, man. Yeah. This is so, like, there we go, reverse edge, done me in. I'm going for hard cuts now because this sword is really good.
Yeah. I didn't even say anything. That is just gorgeous. Looks nice. It's just a bit, it's just a little bit more different than what you would expect from like the Witcher, which is a bit more acute, right? Mm-hmm. So the tip, it just has a little bit more play in it.
Look how sharp that is.
It's real. It's bloody nice. Horizontal, right? A little Terry.
I think that was more you that time.
No, I think it was the pool noodle.
See, that one popped.
But even that was a little Terry. I think it's the pool noodle. Yeah. It's spongy. Feel it.
Gorgeous.
What do you want me to say?
Exactly. Like, there's no mystery about this sword that we need to dive into and cut more to figure out. Yeah. This is just insane. It's a laser.
It's a fun sword, and I reckon something like tatami on this would just be... You know what's fun though? Because we have the other sword with the other blade geometry, and I reckon that's going to be more fun, to be honest.
We have another sword to try out, and that one is designed to be a laser.
Let's go destroy it now, Chad.
I don't want to. This is like, when you get a sword this good, you really don't want to smash it into things.
People demand it.
Do you know each one of these swords I'm holding is a type of training sword? Now, like 4 distinct types, and which one's best? But maybe it's more nuanced than that. What is best for what task or training task that you want to do? That's the subject of this week's exclusive video where Tyranth and I, we're going to talk about in depth about each one of these trainers and which one you might want to use for your sword training. And to get access to all the exclusive content, including this week's, it's just $1 a month, and that's through Patreon, Subscribestar, or channel memberships. And thank you genuinely for everyone who is supporting us. We can't wait to get you this video. Hope to see you there. This is going to hurt.
Start with just a little bit of flex. That's not bad.
That's pretty, like, how resistive is it?
Yes, that's what I mean. It's a little bit stiffer than some of the other swords that we've had, which I like.
Yeah.
So I'm actually pretty happy.
Also still very flexible.
Yeah. All right, let's hit some wood.
That rings.
Feels terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That actually sends a lot of shock into the hand.
I might need to feel that. Give us a bash. Ready?
Yep.
Wow.
That's a lot, huh?
Wow, yeah, that's... Woo. Man, this is one of the harder things to refine. Because I honestly think most manufacturers are just aiming in the dark when it comes to vibration. Because how can you really engineer? And we've had some swords that have just been unbelievably beastly and you don't feel it. The ones like this, where that is uncomfortable.
I think...
Like, what could be done to fix it?
This is a guess. I think wide blade, a lot of material on the crossguard and rings right here, thin 3D printed handle.
All combining
to send it right here.
Yeah.
Because usually if we have a regular crossguard and a more robust kind of handle here, it's going to send it down to the pommel.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling anything in the pommel. It's all right here in the hand.
And maybe because there's more mass here, it's just catching that vibration.
I think that's what it is.
Interesting. Well, we'll get to find out when we test more ring-guarded crossguards. But that was not nice.
No, that was not nice.
I mean, you have to do that?
Yeah. Yes. Oh. Actual sparring blade. Actual sparring swords
Those
have
ones
hardened
are-
steel.
When I'm talking, I'm like,
I kind of like that more, Sean.
I kind of do too.
Yeah, they haven't hardened the steel on the crossguard, which I think is something that a lot of manufacturers do, which I'm not a fan of
I would
at
like
all.
to see them beef up the cross guards a bit more.
But I think this looks cooler now.
It actually looks nice.
You want to go show? Well, the thing is, I know that me and you both like slightly sweeping up crossguards more.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Swordier.
Do that.
Yeah, this is
Just
this
three
is
or four
sexy.
taps on some wood before
Yep,
you
just
send them
about
out,
it.
and they're
Like,
good.
It's uneven, but that's nice.
All right, steel.
Steel. So, I mean, this is in line with Swordier blades. We have had better ones that barely have any rolling. So it's
That's
not
a lot.
what?
That's a lot.
A lot of damage, you reckon?
Yeah.
So, in terms of the ranges that we're seeing, but this is more in line with Swordier edge thing. But it's not as good as other swords we've tested, though.
No, it's not.
Now, so and look, bending on the flat. Rarely any sword doesn't do that.
No, this one felt particularly floppy.
Floppy.
Like it just boom, and then it bent.
It's interesting. So, this could have been a near 10 out of 10, but I think its durability is just a notch lower than the best we have seen.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right, the Swordier Type 15A Damascus Steel Longsword. It is always interesting when we come to the end of this review to see if they hold up to expectations, and we've actually been reviewing 4 swords together today, and it's been really interesting to see the comparison between these swords as we've been testing. So overall, this met most of my expectations with one negative, and that's the edge durability. Should it be marked down for that? Because it is thinner. It is a thinner edge meant to cut better, and so it's a trade-off. Is that an actual flaw in design, which then would be worthy of downgrading it, or a fair trade-off?
I don't know, because there's other blades of similar blade geometries that don't have that much deformation.
I don't think they're as thin, and this was like top tier cutter.
Like,
And you-
I actually don't even think that is much edge damage, to be honest.
not huge.
It's not terrible. I'm more annoyed at the warp, I would say. And I think it's because of that cross section. Like, it's just a bit, that's like the weakest point of the blade, right? It gets a bit thin there.
Yeah.
For me, it comes down to the price. Do I think this is worth the price?
Well, let's come round back to that. Let's just give
Because
it.
that's where we started, and that's where I end.
We will end on that, but giving it a fair rating, irrespective of price, this is near 10 out of 10. And I'm wavering between 9 out of 10 and 10 out of 10 for this sword. Because it was damn good.
Yeah, the hand shock was not the best. But the fit and finish on stuff is good.
Flawless.
I am starting to get a bit annoyed about the soft crossguards. That is something that I'm starting to think that I'm wanting manufacturers to do, harden crossguards more now.
I would like to see more of that, because barely anyone does hardened crossguards.
On sparring blades, they do, because they're sparring blades.
Yes.
They have to be. And I think that when we talk about battle ready, right, I think the crossguard is included in that.
Yeah, and look, this type of crossguard, look, it'll block enough, but it will get
yeah.
damaged as a result.
Yeah. Like, I think a 9 out of 10 is fine.
9 out of 10 is very fair for this.
But then
It is close to 10.
But then when I factor in the price, that's when I'm more like an 8. Because I know that they have similar blades, similar quality, similar fit and finish, similar design, exactly the same, but much cheaper.
See, I think it is definitely worth every penny that it's being sold for. For the quality, the bling, the finish. It's the nicest sword that Swordier has.
But I'm not going to, this is the problem, right? Is that I'm not going to take 2 swords that cost 2 different amounts that have the same fit and finish. One being cheaper does mean it's better.
I mean, From a price point, yes.
But
But
just
from
as
a pure, how good is the sword, which is what we rate these on. We rate them irrespective of price. This is, I think, a fair one, 9.5. 9.
Like, that's the highest I'm gonna go, because it's expensive, man. It's really expensive. This is in a different price bracket than all the other
If this
Swordier
was
swords.
300, what would you rate it
It'd be a
as?
10 out of 10.
Wow,
But it's
look
not
at that.
$300. But there are $300 swords that are exactly the same as this one. That's the problem. Because then when we get one of those $300 swords that are exactly the same, it's like, well, no, this is actually.
My problem is we've literally said in reviews that we rate them separate to the price point.
You can do that. That's fine.
But are we changing that now?
We've always changed that. We've always factored it in.
No, we've mentioned it as an important point in the review to say bang for your buck, this is great.
Well, why did the $3,000 katana get a 3?
Well, we were rating it separate to the price.
Because it was bad, and it was $3,000.
No. I like that was irrespective of price for me.
Anyway, I think
we gave it on way too low of a rating. myself.
No.
I wanted to put it as at least minimum 9 for this sword. This is really, really good.
I think 9
Swordier,
is...
and it's the best Swordier sword we have reviewed. Flat, easy. Actually, there's one we did today that might beat it. But guys, if you're interested in this sword, it is gorgeous. I really like it. We have an affiliate link in the description below, not just with this sword, all Swordier swords. We have multiple reviews. You can check out the review of Glamdring's Swordier sword, or the red-handled one. Oh man, the 18, is it the 18?
Yeah, the 18C.
See? There's some great Swordier ones. Check them out there, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this review, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.